Hey everyone, it's time for the weekly channeled angel message, and I will be channeling the angels in general. No specific angel wanted to step forward this time. I am an intuitive life coach, and I work with the angels and spirit guides and the Akashic records, which is your soul's records, and I channel messages for people in my life coaching business. So I'm going to take a moment just to tune in and see what the angels have for us. They usually start with an image, but we'll see where they take us today, and I'll explain what I'm seeing and hearing and sensing and interpret it for you. So this is a message for the collective. So let's just take a moment to tune in and see what they got. I'm hearing, interesting, so starting with a song. I'm hearing Ring Around the Rosie as a symbol of like a child's game. And I'm seeing the movie Now and Then. And I think it starts and ends here where they're playing Red Rover. You know, where you have like two lines of kids and then they say, Red Rover, send so-and-so right over. And then that person tries to run and break through the line. This idea of just like child games, and I feel like what the message really is about being childlike in nature in a positive way. I'm just going to tune in and get more specifics of what they want to share with this, or what are they trying to say about this. They're asking like, have you forgotten how to play? And they're showing like someone who's like real serious, like grumpy, like and that's the face that they're kind of showing me, and how as adults, and then especially everything that's going on in the world, and like maybe things that are going on in your personal life, we could just get so serious and everything feels so heavy and big. And they're showing this image of like how kids can often deal with grief, which is like a back and forth. So they're kind of showing this idea of like, if a kid is upset about the loss of someone, like someone has passed away, they're showing a sense of like there's a funeral happening, or a wake, or like a service at someone's home, like afterwards, and the kid is coming over and kind of, I'm sad, you know, like talking about the loss and kind of connecting in with that, and then like very shortly will then go run away and play, and then play for a while, then maybe come back and talk about it, and then go away. And like kids are really good at what we call like pendulation. So if you think about like a pendulum swinging back and forth, and like one end is, in this example, being like joyful and playful and childlike and not taking life too seriously, and then on the other end is, you know, seriousness and sitting in the emotions and the sadness and the anger and the grief and anxiety, or whatever it is that's coming up. And we don't want to sit in either or. So they're showing me someone in a pool, like in drowning. And so this idea of like, if we sit in all the emotions, we'll drown. If we only, you know, have fun, then we're never dealing with stuff, and that has its own issues. And they're showing just like a bunch of books stacking up, or blocks stacking up, basically meaning that our emotions and our issues will stack up. And then they're showing like the book tower, a tower of books being stacked up, and then it falling over because it becomes too much. It's too heavy. And so that same thing with our emotions. If we don't deal with them, they will come out. They're showing a bucket of water overflowing. So this idea, right, if we hold things in, it will come out at some point, and it might not be at a time when you want it to, or how you would like it to be. And it might be an over response for the situation because you've just let it pile up. And so it will overflow like a bucket of water at some point. And so they're saying like we could really learn from kids of how they handle hard things. I get that they don't understand all of the depths of things, and there's some, I won't say privilege, but right, like they don't carry the heaviness that we often as adults carry because we've lived a lot of life, and we understand things on a deeper level than kids do. They kind of understand maybe not all of the moving pieces. But, and their attention isn't, like their short attention isn't always a bad thing, is what I'm hearing from the angels and the guides. We can learn from that. Again, that skill, because it's a skill in the world of DBT, dialectical behavior therapy. It's a skill called pendulation. And so it's basically moving back and forth. It's sitting in the stuff and then taking a break from it. Feeling the emotions, going to do something else. Feeling the hard stuff, laughing and being joyful. We have to have both to live a balanced life. And I know I've probably talked about this in other messages as well. The angels like to repeat things, but sometimes from different angles and perspectives. And sometimes we just need these reminders. We've forgotten them along the way. So the angels want to ask you, what did you used to do as a kid that you would still like to do? We don't need to outgrow things. Like, did you like to color? Did you like playing with bubbles? Was that fun? Did you like making friendship bracelets? Did you like playing in the rain, playing in the snow? Like, what are the things that you really liked to do? Laughing at silly videos, making silly faces. And can you bring that into your life today or this week? To lighten your heart and lighten the load that's here in your heart is what I'm hearing. And kind of what I'm also hearing and seeing is softening the edges. So taking a square shape and they're turning into a circle. This idea of like, when we're sitting in the emotions, we get like crispy and crabby and grumpy and irritable. And can we soften that by allowing some light in and some joy and some laughter? So think about what you like to do as a kid, and is there anything that you could bring into your life now and do, and even just be childlike for a day or for 5 minutes. It's important that we find humor in hard times and find joy amidst really hard stuff. So I'm interested to hear. Feel free to comment below and let me know, like, what's the childlike thing that you want to do today or this week, or that you used to really love to do but you've gotten away from. Kind of share with each other. Maybe we can get some ideas.